Hey chill friends, how's it going? Happy Friday. My name's Chelsea. Welcome back to my channel. This is Chillin' with Chels. Today I am going to be reading some random facts. This is actually a series that I am thinking about starting. So this is going to be hopefully the first of many. Today I will be reading 50 random facts about the state of Michigan. So I just typed in random facts about Michigan, and I found a website called 50states.com, and it has 50 random facts about all 50 states, and I pulled up Michigan, so we're just going to go through the list. All right, so number one is Detroit is known as the car capital of the world. So I actually did not know that. That I knew it was the car capital of America, but of the entire world. That's pretty cool. All right, number two, Alpena is home of the world's largest cement plant. Number three, Rogers City boasts the world's largest limestone quarry. Number four, Elsie is home of the world's largest Holstein dairy herd. Not a lot of you know, but cows are my absolute favorite animal ever. Hands down. Everybody seems to be in love with elephants right now, giraffes, stuff like that. Mine is just plain old Holstein cow. I grew up around cows, and I just have fallen in love with them since I was a teeny tiny little girl, so I think that's really cool. Number five, Michigan is the first of the United States production of peat and magnesium compounds and second in gypsum and iron ore. Number six, Colon is home to the world's largest manufacturer of magic supplies. That is a very strange thing to be the world's largest manufacturer of, but I also don't know where Colon, Michigan is. So, number seven, the state capitol with its majestic dome was built in 1879. I've only been to the Capitol building one time. I think I was in like third grade on a field trip, and I've never been back. 8. Although Michigan is often called the Wolverine state, there are no longer any Wolverines in Michigan. This also leads me into a story from when I was younger. I think I was probably 10 or 11, and my dad on April Fool's Day woke me up and told me that there was a Wolverine in the backyard. I 100% believed it. No doubt in my mind. I ran to the back door. My dad was just laughing his ass off at me. So that's a fun tidbit. Number 9, Michigan ranks first in state voter registrations. Number 10, the Packard Motor Company Detroit manufactured the first air-conditioned car in 1939. I did not even know that air conditioning was that old, let alone air conditioning in cars. Number 11, the oldest county based on date of incorporation is Wayne County, and that was in 1815. All right, number 12, Sault Ste. Marie was founded by Father Jacques Marquette in 1668. It is the third oldest remaining settlement in the United States. That gets me into my absolute love of the UP, specifically Sault Ste. Marie. I have an aunt and uncle that live there that I love to go and visit. I would definitely say that Sault Ste. Marie is one of my favorite places in the whole world that I've experienced. Number 13, in 1817, the University of Michigan was the first university established by any of the states. Originally named Catholicistmian, maybe, and located in Detroit, and the name was changed in 1821. Thank God they only had to suffer through 4 years of that name, because that's awful. The university moved to Ann Arbor in 1841. So I knew that it was located in Detroit originally and then moved to Ann Arbor, But the name change was totally a shock to me. Oh, and I had no idea that it was the first university established by any state. And funny tidbit, I don't know if it's going to be in here, but the University of Michigan was actually a university before Michigan was actually a registered state. So that's funny. Right. Number 14, the city of Novi was named from its designation as stagecoach stop number 6, or number VI, Novi. That's really funny. Number 15, MSU, or Michigan State University, has the largest single campus student body of any Michigan university. Wow. It is the largest institution of higher learning in the state and one of the largest universities in the country. Number 16, MSU again, Michigan State University, was founded in 1855 as the nation's first land-grant university and served as the prototype for 69 land-grant institutions later established by the Morrill Act of 1862. It was the first institution of higher learning in the nation to teach scientific agriculture. Number 17, the largest village in Michigan is Caro. Number 18, the wording on this one is absolutely awful. Michigan State Stone, the Petoskey, is the official state stone. Very redundant there. And it says it is found along the shores of Lake Michigan. And they are so cool, especially when they're wet. It's so cool to see those. Number 19, the Mackinac Bridge is one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. Connecting the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan, it spans 5 miles over the Straits of Mackinac, which is where Lake Michigan and Lake Huron meet. The mighty Mac took 3 years to complete and opened to traffic in 1957. Number 20, Gerald R. Ford grew up in Grand Rapids and became the 38th President of the United States. He attended the University of Michigan, where he was a football star. I did know that. He served on a World War II aircraft carrier and afterwards represented Michigan in Congress for 24 years. All right. Number 21, the Kellogg Company has made Battle Creek the cereal capital of the world. I love that Michigan has so many largest this or the capital of this of the world. I think that's really cool. It goes on to say the Kellogg brothers accidentally discovered the process for making flaked cereal products and sparked the beginning of the dry cereal industry. I actually just watched a really funny episode of, I think it was Drunk History, maybe, that actually touched on the Kellogg brothers, and it was so funny. Number 22, the painted turtle, is the Michigan state reptile. I honestly did not know that states had state reptiles. Number 23, the western shore of Michigan has many sand dunes. The Sleeping Bear Dunes rise 460 feet above Lake Michigan. Living among the dunes is the dwarf lake iris, the official state wildflower. Number 24, Verner's Ginger Ale was created in Detroit and became the first soda pop made in the U.S. In 1862, pharmacist James Verner was trying to create a new beverage when he was called away to serve our country in the Civil War. When he returned 4 years later, the drink he had stored in an oak case had acquired a delicious gingery flavor. So I wonder, was it ginger ale to begin with? Or did the oak give it a ginger taste? All right, number 25. The Detroit Zoo was the first zoo in America to feature cageless open exhibits that allow animals more freedom to roam. That's amazing. Number 26. Michigan is the only place in the world with a floating post office. The J.W. Westcott II is the only boat in the world that delivers mails to ships while they are still underway. It has been operating for 125 years. Number 27, Indian River is home to the largest crucifix in the world. It is called the Cross in the Woods. That would be a really cool thing to go and see. Number 28, Michigan has the longest freshwater shoreline in the world. Number 29, Michigan has more shoreline than any other state except Alaska. All right, moving on from that, number 30 is the Ambassador Bridge was named by Joseph Bauer, the person credited with making the bridge a reality, who thought the name Detroit Windsor International Bridge was too long and lacked emotional appeal. I think, don't they just call it the Detroit Windsor International Bridge still? I didn't know it had a name. All right, number 31, Michigan has more than 11,000 inland lakes and more than 36,000 miles of streams. That's insane. Number 32, Michigan has 116 lighthouses and navigational lights. Number 33, Sail Choi Point Lighthouse. Forgive me for any slaughtering I do in any of these awful names. In Gulliver has been guiding ships since 1895. The working light also functions as a museum, which houses early 1900s furnishing and maritime artifacts. That is super cool. I've been to a lighthouse that also does that. It's not that one specifically, but I like that different ones here in Michigan also do that. Number 34, 40 of the state's 83 counties adjoin at least one of the Great Lakes. Michigan is the only state that touches 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. I did not know the fact about the counties. That's insane. It's crazy that almost half of our counties touch the Great Lakes, so that's really cool. Number 35, standing anywhere in the state, a person is within 85 miles of one of the Great Lakes. I did not know that. I did know a different fact about Michigan, that you're less than a certain amount away from any body of water. I don't remember what the exact fact is. That is how terrible my brain is at remembering these random facts. So that's why I like going through these lists. Like I said, I know some of these, but I go over them and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the exact number of that. Number 36, Michigan includes 56,954 square miles of land area, 1,194 square miles of inland waters, and 38,575 square miles of Great Lakes water area. That is super cool that we have half of our area is our Great Lakes. That's amazing. Moving on to number 37, another Sault Ste. Marie fact here. Sault Ste. Marie was established in 1668, making it the oldest town between the Alleghenies and the Rockies. Number 38, Michigan was the first state to provide in its constitution for the establishment of public libraries. I said libraries. That's awful. Libraries. Number 39, Michigan was the first state to guarantee every child the right to tax-paid high school education. Way to go, Michigan. That is a big step in the right direction. Number 40, 4 flags have flown over Michigan: French, English, Spanish, and the United States. Number 41, Isle Royal Park shelters one of the largest moose herds remaining in the United States. That's funny because I had no idea there was even moose in Michigan. Oh my god. Okay, so I was super curious where this Isle Royal Park was because I didn't know that there was moose in Michigan. So I was like, where the heck is Isle Royal Park? So I looked it up and it is pretty much Canada. Like, here's the UP and it's this tiny little island way up here. So I guess I can believe that there's moose there. All right, number 42, moving on from all of our moose talk. Some of the largest bulk freight carriers in the world operate on the Great Lakes. Ore carriers, 1,000 feet long, sail Michigan's inland seas. Number 43, the Upper Michigan Copper Country is the largest commercial deposit of native copper in the world. Number 44, the 19 chandeliers in the Capitol in Lansing are one of a kind and designed especially for that building by Tiffany's of New York. Each of those chandeliers, it says, weighs between 800 and 900 pounds, and they are composed of copper, iron, and pewter. Number 45, the first auto traffic tunnel built between two nations was the mile-long Detroit-Windsor Tunnel under the Detroit River. Number 46, the world's first international submarine railway tunnel was opened between Port Huron, Michigan and Sarnia, Ontario in 1891. Number 47, the nation's first regularly scheduled air passage service began between Grand Rapids and Detroit in 1926. Number 48, in 1879, Detroit telephone customers were the first in the nation to be assigned phone numbers to facilitate handling calls. That's super cool. I had no idea that Detroit was the first to get phone numbers. I can't believe that was that long ago either. I can't believe people had phone numbers in the 1800s. Right, number 49. In 1929, the Michigan State Police established the first police radio system in the world. How the heck did they have telephone numbers in 1879, but it literally took them 50 more years to get a police radio system? I don't like that. All right, guys, we finally made it to fact number 50. This fact is our last one on the list for tonight, so I will be rounding this out after this fact. So, number 50 here, Grand Rapids is home to the 24-foot Leonardo da Vinci horse. I'm not going to attempt the name because I slaughter it every single time. It is the largest equestrian bronze sculpture in the Western Hemisphere, and it is at Frederick Meyer Garden. I have seen it on multiple different occasions. For whatever reason, I was thinking that it was outside of the airport in Grand Rapids, but then I knew I was getting that mistaken with the blue horse that is outside the Denver airport in Colorado. So I had my facts twisted up, but I knew that I had seen this horse many times. All right, guys, now that we've finished out that list, I'm going to head out for the night. I hope you all have a wonderful, safe weekend, and I will see you again on Sunday. Stay chill. Bye.